on her, like I was focused on her breathing. That's why I asked you if she's that fidgety all the time. And then when it seemed like she almost like she was gonna cry, she changed like her demeanor. I was like, let's get her on. Let's just be done. Let me see your headset while you're consoling her and getting her to be calm, which is super great. So Noelle, we're not gonna go anywhere until you are feeling comfortable. We're gonna change the subject to try to break your mind off of things, okay?
You want to give it another go? Or?
Oh no, we're done. Like this is normally only a 10-minute session anyway. She went for about 9 minutes. Like so she had a good solid run.
I can try the extra minute if you want.
We're good, guys.
He
said we're done.
Yeah. So here is the person that she saw. She said that it actually had a mustache. I don't really necessarily see the mustache going on here. So kind of a weird image. One before that. Wow, definitely lots of teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't kidding. There's a lot of teeth in there. Yeah, imagine that as a virtual reality piece, like flying at your face. Yeah. You only had, what, 3 images?
2. I didn't see the first 2. I only had 2. But there were 3, I didn't see the third one.
So 2 out of this session then. Okay. Yeah, you guys actually, I mean, with us using this all night long, there was a lot of images that came through. So there's a lot. I'm going to have to separate them by where we were. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 times 3, 36. So about 36 images came through. So we'll see how many of those are relevant.
Y'all better, baby?
Takes me a minute.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stimulation. I'm going to move my bag so you guys can do what you need to do to help her out.
You want your water?
So did any of these words correspond with what? Like the marble exam, and she was talking about hospital.
I can't even.
I do like, obviously, the exam. I didn't think of it in that sense. Like, I was thinking, because Henry used to be the school
What?
teacher.
No,
like, I'm thinking
what?
like school exam.
Usually when I try to help people out, I feel like
See, that's why I keep you around.
I understand how you feel about this. And like, here's what you need to do to feel better about it. I can't do that with my kids. It's something I
Yeah.
Can you see that real quick?
That's alright.
I keep hearing I want.
See?
Just keep saying I want.
And then touch his last.
I don't know where I am. That's what I heard just now.
And you said you had another word, too, on yours besides DRS?
Dry. I had a Mr. U. It says
Like
MRU.
MR or MISTR?
MR. And a U behind it. But I had dry just now, DRY.
Okay.
I thought it was about to spell out something big because it was like COUA. And then hit with the dry. Let me see real quick.
Alright. So, does anybody else have water to kind of help her out?
Yeah.
She doesn't want water.
No water?
I used all mine. Everybody.
I'll get that blood flow
Things
going.
that you saw.
Jessica, do you have any water
saying
left
I
in
want.
that
Yeah, I got water
backpack?
in my
She
backpack.
said she doesn't want water.
I want.
Alright, so, while she's still calming down, let me kind of give you guys the heads up on what's going to happen now. So, obviously, this is wrapping up our night. I'm going to set my bag in Landon's spot. So, Landon, I'm going to have you get up so I can set my bag over there. You guys can set all of your gear on top of the bag.
Okay.
And I'll pack everything up as we kind of get this all going. I want to open it up.
Oh, okay.
And then that way it's a lot easier to put it away.
I just didn't
Yep.
I didn't know how to shut it off.
Oh, it's alright. I do all that.
Okay.
Yeah, that many people around her is probably not
you were
helping
one of the
breathing
kids
in.
not
So
to
we're
grab
gonna back up a little bit just so you guys kind of give her room to breathe. So let me stop the regular audio. That'll kind of give me a gist of how much data you're going to get back minus the spirit box recording. I don't time this. This is the only thing that I time is the blindfold session. So I'll kind of see how much time we got on here. And then I got to take off the spirit box off the top of my head. But when oh, by the way, did you guys notice the giant QR codes on your devices? Yep. That's my business card. That's how you guys are going to get your data. Break out your phones. So what's going to happen is you're going to scan it if you have an Apple phone, and it'll put all of my contact info in your phone. So are you okay?
None of us have an Apple.
And then Android users, you would just tap that QR code, and that would put everything inside your phone. 2 hours and 51 minutes we've been out. So again, I don't time this. You're probably still going to get close to about 8 hours worth of media coming back. So
Yeah, we all have Galaxy.
Perfect.
Android too.
Yep.
So where do I have a QR reader?
Or just a camera. That'll work too. Grab one of these. So you scan that one. So Android users, just put your phone right on top of that. No, literally put it on. Oh, you have an Apple. You get a little yellow bar. Tap the yellow bar before it goes away, and then hit save to contact or save contact.
Back up.
Yeah. Look.
Gotcha.
I know I can think you. Do I have your code on your email? On my phone? No.
So scroll up. Yeah, so if you just use your phone, like you brought that up, so my phone will automatically do this. I'll just show you how to get to it. So you just hold that on there, you hit OK, and then on the main screen, at the very bottom, that's how you get to your report. That's the link. You just click on the S, and it takes you right to the page. That's okay. You need a camera. Or not even a camera, so just, your phone is on, so just tap your phone. That's an Android, correct? Yes. Yeah, so just hold your phone, like literally touch it, keep scrolling up, like move your phone over the barcode, and you'll feel your phone vibrate.
I do.
Here, it's usually about that spot. Is that an older phone? Like this. Yeah, just open up your camera. It'll work on that too.
Okay.
Alright, just put all the gear on top of the bag. You want to get no L in the case.
I've heard a couple of phrases.
Too close. You want to take almost like a picture of it, and you should get a bar on there.
Take me back.
That white spot is
I want to be alone. And writer.
No, you get all the picture.
Or I
Not like that.
Yeah.
And also heard Welcome to the Jungle.
Yeah, stay still.
Yeah. She's got it. See these little yellow words? Don't take a picture. You don't need to take a picture. There's a yellow bar that shows up at the bottom.
Yeah, and I still do yellow bar.
Yep, so you're going to hit the yellow bar. Is that an Henry? Tell us about your job.
How could you?
Tell us about your job. What did you do for work? Henry? Can you tell us about your work?
Henry, are you okay?
Wait.
Henry,
There it goes.
did somebody else come with you
Why?
tonight? Is there anybody else here with you?
Are you alone?
Let it be.
It's a good song about you.
There's a bridge.
Bridge.
Henry?
What bridge?
Henry? Who
Out
else,
of here.
who else came with you tonight? She's getting like a lot of like we need to leave kind of mentality. Did you guys notice that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did it fall?
It's getting cold though.
A bridge falling?
Probably
A
air
whole
conditioning.
lot?
Henry? Who else came with you tonight?
Someone for you?
Is it Dave?
Henry? Did you bring Dr. Ladd here with you? Is she normally this fidgety? Okay.
Came here?
Who came here?
San Diego?
Sandy? If that's
The
you in there,
first?
you need to tell me your birthday so I can verify that it's you, please.
Did you read?
Yeah, try not to step on the grass, please. There's a lot of chemicals in there.
Totally 4. A line dual.
Dr. Ladd, she did say dual.
Your price.
Dr. Ladd, give us the year of your birth, please.
Do you trust?
No, I want to verify that it's you. Otherwise, I'm going to go right back to Henry.
Way back when?
Henry, let's go back to you, sir. Nobody seems to be answering me directly, so let's get you back to talking about your work, please. Tell us what you did for a living.
Well, more.
She's going to have a job with me later, just so you guys know. Like, she's really
Some
good at
of
this.
us. Your favorite.
Maddie, do you have anything going on in there?
No,
No images at all.
just black.
I can't even.
Henry, we're using the blue box tonight too, so if you can give us an image so Maddie doesn't fall
Find
asleep
out.
in there.
It's okay, I'm wide awake.
Racists never see. So my husband.
Not necessarily. Any words showing up on your end?
Exam.
Jess, you got anything over there?
I've got Ash, ASH, I got Can, CAN.
What about you, man?
Can you?
Look this
Doctor,
way.
DRS.
DRS? Doctors?
Iraq. My friends.
Henry? Your work, please. What did you do?
Oh, I got an image.
Thank you,
It's,
Henry.
Where I don't belong.
It looks like mutilated skin with a lot of fangs. And
Fangs?
yes, like layers upon layers
Look
of
at this.
teeth.
Wow.
We know.
Henry, not sure what this picture is, but can you get back to your work, please? We're still trying to verify that it's you that's here. We have other terms that say it might be Dr. Ladd. You need to correct us, whoever's here, so we know who we're speaking to.
I went away with you.
Funny one. I went away. Henry? Or Dr. Ladd, somebody verify themselves, please.
Some peace.
You know we only do this for 10 minutes.
Walking makes it this. Chicken. You can now write.
Thank you for verifying your occupation. Tell us what you wrote about.
When I'm a tiger. 4I.
Henry,
Works.
what was the theme of your work that you wrote about?
Discomfort. Read it loud.
Do you need me to show you that appreciation? That's a yes/no question.
Something about this.
Henry,
Insanity.
Henry, we're running out of time. Can we get another image from you?
I need this now.
You guys find this
Everyday
kid.
pain.
She's very good.
Of home.
Is this
Save
supposed to be
two.
spaced out like this?
Yeah.
A chance to win.
Henry, we got all kinds of clues relative to Dr. Ladd, but you did say the word write and
Don't.
read.
They won't.
Henry, do you want to talk about your son?
Started to win.
Win again.
See for yourself.
Henry, we're sitting at about 8 to 9 minutes. We only got a minute or two left.
I have a picture of a man. He looks like he's in pain.
With you, my love.
How so? How is he in pain?
Like, his expression just looks distraught.
I can't.
Like,
What's the man look like? Does he have any facial hair? Mustache,
Children's
beard?
hospital.
no.
Hospital.
Well, yes, he has a mustache.
Oh,
Never
That's
been. Free consultation.
Sure, a lot of doctor stuff.
yeah.
Spicy. A box resale. But I know you
Yeah, you should
won't
know
go.
Me. Know me won't go. Henry, we're going to wrap this one up because there's not a whole lot of specificity. I can't even say that word.
Go
Specifics.
to 100.
There we go. We'll go with that. I was looking for specificity.
Yeah. Oh.
Music.
Specification.
Close. So, Henry, last chance because she's getting real antsy in there. Henry or Dr. Ladd going once. She's going to start crying. Going twice. Last chance. Alright, let's go ahead and tap her out on the knee. Maddie, go ahead and peel that thing off your face. How do you feel, Noelle? You okay?
You okay?
Anxious.
Yeah, I saw that. Part of the reason why we pulled you out.
You alright, baby?
It's a lot to go through.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. And you're literally going to put your camera right through these bars. Now, all three cameras, just so you know where the headstone is at. Excuse me. The headstone, you guys see the cross headstone in the back of the church?
Uh-huh.
That's where, like, Sue's grave is just to the left of that and one more row back. We were actually closer to her when we were back in the alleyway. I want to also point out that the light there off to the left that Sylvia's trying to block, that was put there on purpose because they didn't want people trying to take pictures. It does cause a big light flare, but that camera that we're using, that Maddie's has, it sees right through it. Like, we don't get a giant light flare like what they're hoping for. So we'll let Alan get up in there too. I was just
This
trying
says
to find what the sign is.
D-A-D, Dad.
Let me know if you get the word gas or ton.
Okay.
The husband's name was Gaston. He was the...
Okay.
See where I'm going with that? Gas or ton would make sense to me here. Still gonna write down Dad. Alright, well, take a break and we'll see what you got going on there.
No.
Hold it up. Do you want me to hold it up for you?
No, it's not on record.
Oh, we need to have it on record. It's supposed to be recording.
TJ, maybe you could fix some spirit boxes for me. Something just came through, Kim.
Yeah, but we can't make it. This is messed up. Reserve.
Please raise your right hand.
Every so often, like he's getting a female with just like one word.
It's
Please
the
raise
tree.
your right hand.
I think the female voice is proof enough.
It's gone. I heard all of that.
Can you please raise your right hand?
Baby, I don't know words that may trigger it.
Still be respectful.
Can you come back on the screen, please?
So I came down
It's the tree, I think.
because we just had the anniversary of this.
No, it's going out
I
of the
came down the
tree,
night
too.
after the June 15th tour at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I wanted to get some footage of Maddie, and I put it right in there. And a minute of me being here, I heard, hey, keys jingling, and then the word hey. Like, I was
Come close,
back to
please.
first thinking that maybe somebody was monitoring the location. I'm not going to lose my life.
Oh, right, right.
So I just go back to the car, I go back and check the footage, nothing there.
Wow.
I got South Carolina.
Yeah, but you're looking at South Carolina radio.
See, Maddie, see? Can you please? Can you please
Hey, Nick.
put
Yeah, I do better
your...
like
Yo, Nick.
What you'll do when you get.
I'm listening.
She's had one where it had the three dots in the face.
So it looks like because this little bush in the background is moving, so I'm guessing she's picking that up. Anything with leaves is going to have that 3 points. So she's doing the right thing by asking to, I heard her a couple times, can you please raise your right hand? Like that kind of thing. But in here, there's a lot of layers. So I usually double check it.
Okay, very good.
But you're on the right track. But yeah, I could see like the bush moving, and that's what's causing it to pick it up. But all this high,
Yes. That came out.
It almost looks close. Definitely keep an eye on that. I want to see that one. Like freeze frame it and then brighten it up. See if it moves any different ways. Did you see anything weird out of yours, Maddie?
No.
Have I screwed up anybody's name yet, by the way?
Nope.
Nope.
Not a single one.
Good. I'm on fire this week.
I saw 3 dots, but no body.
Okay.
I'm starting to hurt.
Yeah, we'll give it another minute and then we'll go ahead and call it on this one, and I'll explain our last 2 stops that we'll be heading to.
I'm not finding anything of this.
Oh, Alan, you're not recording right now. Nope.
I was recording, it stopped on its own.
Yeah, I think this humidity is starting to get to my equipment, hence why the spirit boxes are acting up. And we did get rained on a few nights ago, so it might have been just the moisture getting in there too.
Noel said not like us, and then said yes.
Okay, stop.
Let me see your images. Let me see what I got going on there.
I want to say something, but then like,
That's all I have done.
I feel weird if I say something.
Oh, I'm getting stuff back. I'm getting stuff
I
back.
always tell them that I know they had a tragic ending to
Noel
this.
said not like us, and then she
Okay.
So like,
You're getting something.
It-
Not the ours either.
it makes me feel weird to say something.
That's what I was looking at. I was like,
That might be
I do understand
Now I'm here.
Because it's not back
the
again.
feeling of
You see why
losing
it's not
someone
consistent?
you love,
Yeah.
honestly.
It said Mimi. Hey, we call her Mimi, and it just said Mimi.
So again, who did you guys bring with you?
Okay, that might be a ghost.
It said Jessica, not said Mimi. It's dancing. It's boogieing.
It's dancing.
The one on the right.
no, we were looking for the one that pops up right here in the middle.
What?
Anything weird going on there?
No.
Noel got We Heard You.
Please make
In
yourself
all
known
podcasts.
if you're here.
Sylvia, how are we doing on that word list?
So I've got
Hold this for a second.
equal, fair, people, officer, wave, and ear. H-E-A-R, not here.
Well, she just got We Heard You.
Well, not only that, but you have the word wave, and she's asking the ghost to move their right hand. Like wave at her.
Noel said that Noel got this feels.
It looks like other tours are trying to get in over here, and Maddie's arm is starting to hurt, so we're going to go ahead and call it on this one. We're going to go back down a little bit, like to where we were just standing, so I can kind of
We're
explain.
getting some flashes. Like a straight line.
Yeah, it's picking up from the shadows over there. But yeah, we're going to move down a little bit so I can explain the next one.
Okay.
I haven't gotten many pictures.
Not at all. Keep in mind that Noel's device, I can't tell you how many times when I was spot checking or recording, and their whistling part of a song came up, and then the word doctor immediately from a commercial thereafter. Happens all the time. I don't look for it, it happens. So again, when I'm spot checking recordings, which we won't have tonight, minute 1, 5, 10, 15, 20, I already mentioned that. If it shows up on one of those things while we're here, obviously it's a big deal. So, if you're going to try this on your own, because you do live here, and you're going to walk all the way through here with the voice recorders from your phone, just remember that every local knows this story. Anybody walking up and down Cumberland Street or Queen Street throws a whistle down the alley. We all do it, me included. What the heck is that person doing?
A doll.
Okay. Thought so. I was hoping so. Oh, you have a doll? I thought you said dog. Okay. Now, sorry. About this alley, I've actually been thrown out of here. Let's get into that because that actually explains. Yeah, so I've been thrown out, and it's going to explain his teach that showed up on his chalkboard. Yeah, it's kind of weird. So the alley didn't go all the way through the way we came in. There used to be a wall halfway between us here at the gate and Kimberlee Street because this used to be called Cow Alley. This is where they kept the livestock in the city of Charleston. Okay, so why am I telling you this? That means the bricks on the other side are older than the ones we're standing on. The bricks on the other side by Queen Street are sun-dried bricks from slave children. There's a full handprint from a slave child down there and fingerprint swipes and others. I used to take the group all the way through down to the end for a history lesson. There's nothing paranormal about that brick. You already know how I feel about cemeteries. The kid's not there. That's the last place you're going to find him. So, November 26th of 2020, I took my entire group down there for the history lesson. But anyway, so I took them all the way down, and they're all huddled around the brick, waiting for something to happen. I know nothing's going to happen, and I'm trying to shoo them along, because I'm just trying to be respectful, because we're standing outside a window of the beautiful mansion at the end of the alley. The new owner of that mansion came out screaming. My daughter was on the tour that night, thought it was hysterical, but Dad's getting yelled at. We moved on. The next day was Thanksgiving. I don't tour on Thanksgiving because I worked in upper management for Walmart, and you all like to fight over cows on Thanksgiving. You scarred me for life. I don't do Thanksgiving ever again now that I own my own business. However, the next day, this was the 28th of November, and I called my partner that brought me into tourism, and I told him what happened. He laughed at me just like my daughter did and said, dude, you're only allowed to go down halfway. Otherwise, it's considered residential. It's off limits. So, I had to tell my team that night, I don't believe in the next story because I've never had anything happen over there. So, give me 1 second. So, I've never had anything happen with my gear, so we're going to see what happens. I'm into Vampires Law Pirates. So, before we left, somebody with a spirit box heard the name Anne. I didn't tell them which story we were going to be discussing and who we were going to be looking for. The female pirate, Anne Bonny. Now, we're not doing that story tonight because they're monitoring the location where we normally do that investigation for tourists to stay out of there. So we're on another repercussion where I have to readjust. However, before we got up and around the corner, somebody else heard the number 300, and I didn't know what that meant. So I wrote it down. Again, I didn't know much about pirates in Charleston. I did my research. Anne Bonny's trial for piracy was November 28th of 1720. We were there November 28th of 2020, the exact 300th anniversary of her pirate trial. So the problem for me is that pirate stories come from pirate lore, which is why I didn't want to do that story to begin with because it's too hard to fact check. Pirate lore comes from stories 100 years after the Golden Age of piracy, the days of Blackbeard. Does anybody know Blackbeard's real name? It is Edward Teach. That is his name. He has Teach. That's why I was like, no way. You know, that kind of thing. So we are going to be going up and around the corner, and we're going to be discussing something else where, so Maddie's camera. Maddie's camera is going to be the focus up there. I'm going to give you the story, and we're going to get like maybe 5 to 7 minutes of footage from all 3 cameras of what goes on at that location. We're still relatively close to the anniversary of what will happen there, but before we leave this very warm space, what do we have going on with your devices? Like you've been typing away like you're writing a novel. Like just read them off. Let's kind of see what we got.
Not a lot.
I see that.
Okay, so where did I leave off at?
Can't remember exactly. Give me 1 second.
You left off at,
lost. Everyone was the last word. Yes.
Okay. So I have don't go on somebody who loves me.
Okay.
It doesn't hurt anymore.
Oh.
Open road. It just won't stop. Scary. Girls. Alone. Need a reminder. No. 4. 0. 15. Feels weird. Why don't we? Most important. Don't be afraid. Stay. Communication. Unappreciated.
Wow. Well, the guy was also a poet, so I don't always bring these things up, but that's where the word unappreciated comes from. His work wasn't published until after his death. His sister published it for him, and I've been actually reading some of it because I just ordered a copy of it a couple of months ago, so I've been sporadically picking it up. But his sister actually wrote a great introduction to his life. This guy was super smart. Was writing political speeches for a lot of the politicians around here when he was only 21 years old. Just crazy. All the books that this guy used to read.
I guess out of some of those words, I just get like your emotions.
Yeah, there's a lot of emotion.
Heartbreak type thing. Well, I've had PID, HIV.
Okay.
I've had TUX, and it just spelled NY.
So anything with 2 letters, I don't even bother with.
Okay.
But I do like HID because this was one of the locations where they did duels because they had to find hiding spots. We actually had the word hide show up on that device last week, so I'm not surprised that you had HID in there. But TUX. Any other images I need to know about from you? And how many images did you get out of here? 4. Okay. That. Okay. So we'll take those first.
All and that.
Wow. I don't know what Dr. Ladd looked like. There's no pictures of him. But that looks like two gentlemen in college, like graduate outfits, like the cap and gown kind of stuff. Just no cap. So very interesting piece.
The
All right.
last 5 words I had were horrible communication, draw, decline, draw for...
Yeah, guts.
Yeah,
Nice. I was just going to say that. Go ahead.
Decline, facility, and address.
The address. Hopefully the number shows up. Yeah, we'll see. A lot of times when I say the address of where he lived, a lot of times the spirit box people aren't listening or focusing on that, and then they hear the actual address, and I'm like, oh, that's because that's his address. So hopefully we actually get it out of there. Cameras, go ahead and hit the stop buttons, and we're going to go. Every ghost story comes down here. It's a secret. But this guy follows me around. He will show up at almost every location we go to from here moving forward.
A picture of
and it's because we're always going to be near a place of raised emotion for him. So you'll see why as we kind of move through the night. So here's what happens here. The doctor moves down here from Rhode Island, and that's why you're looking for the letters R.I. Rhode Island. The doctor's name is Dr. Joseph Brown Ladd. In the event that the song Brown Eyed Girl shows up for Noel,
Look, it looks like a girl's in that picture.
And it's part of his name.
Manny,
That's why we hear it.
it looks like a girl's in here.
Anyway, Dr. Ladd moves down here because he's supposed to get married to his fiancée, Amanda.
There's nothing there.
Amanda just inherited a lot of money from her dead parents. She has an attorney helping her out with all the cash work, and the attorney thinks that Dr. Ladd is just after Amanda's cash. So he tells Amanda to get rid of the doctor. He comes here to Charleston to prove that he's not after her money. He's going to start his practice down here and make his own. Well, on his way into town, he had a coachman. The coachman set him up to be robbed and killed. Not a very good start to his stay here in Charleston. It's like having a really bad Uber driver in today's world. I love how all 3 camera people are just like staring. I love it. So, again, I never get offended when like people ignore me, but I do get worried like when the other tours like come through and like, oh, you're here.
Is anyone named David here?
I'm trying not to make it feel weird. But anyway, somebody was walking by and seen what was about to happen with this coachman trying to kill the newcomer. And the person walking by, his name was Ralph Isaacs. So those initials.
Show yourself if your name's
R.I. That's the reason why we actually have that Ouija board device. We were getting the letters R.I. on regular spirit boxes, so I bought that so we would be like very specific with it. We've gotten it about 6 or 7 times in the past year, so you know, only around Ralph's name. Anyway, moving on. Ralph tells the doctor, dude, I know this guy, the coachman. He's going to try to kill you. Come with me to 59 Church Street. I got friends there that'll rent you a room and you'll be safe and good to go. The doc took him up on the offer, and the 2 gentlemen became friends. The longer the doctor stays here, the more money he's making. He's proving his point. He's not after Amanda's money. He's making his own. I'm also making sure that we're not getting random tourists walking through here too. But anyway, so Amanda gets wind of this and she's moving down since they can be married, and Dr. Ladd became known as the Whistling Doctor. This is the reason why I hate the story. It's a giant cliche. Every haunted city you're ever going to visit, you're going to have a cliche whistling ghost. We all have them. Ours just happens to be a doctor. Now, why? Yeah, that's a lot of like eyes stuff.
Really? I mean, I've had RAM.
You are going to believe this? I think I just got 9.5.
Okay, we'll take it. Don't give me anything below that now. Back up a little bit.
What are we looking for?
There was someone right there. See?
Are you sure it's not the pillar?
No.
Oh no, there was a stick figure
in the
and she
tree.
said raise your right hand, and it did.
It was like it was standing.
Okay, baby, I love you, but please stop being so loud, okay?
Yeah, you are being kind of loud.
Danny,
It's your thing.
Yeah, I'm not there now. But I was standing behind her, and the stick figure.
It was
purple,
obviously there.
and she said raise your hand, and it did. Your right hand, and it did.
So that was definitely a ghost.
Probably.
Okay, yeah, it's not working. Okay,
That's the pillar.
That's just a pillar.
That's the pillar, yep.
Why are you telling me that?
You heard what this first thing said? This was supposed to be accurate. It said Jessica. I told him about it, so
I haven't seen anything yet. It's supposed to be the orb thing. I haven't seen it.
Alright, Kimberlee, what do you got going on with yours?
music and everyone.
Okay. Speed, why don't phone shop. What are we running for?
Something about, like, it says day. It's like a ship.
Yep. Nope.
Wait, didn't she leave on a ship to go see her?
No, her dad.
Her
sent,
dad. I asked about her
sent me
dad.
to go.
I asked about her
I
dad.
asked where her dad was from. You know, like. So,
England, I think.
Yeah, but I wanted her to tell me.
Oh, sorry.
No, that's all right. I mean, you're not answering for her. I also asked her maiden name.
Oh, that person's in their car.
Gabe, come on back.
Oh.
So a couple of things have changed for us, unfortunately. I cannot get Noelle's device to recognize the SD card from the other machine, so unfortunately we're going to be relying on whatever Noelle hears in real time. There will be no recording from that spirit box, so I'm going to ask that you try to stay near somebody with a camera. Doesn't matter which one, they all record audio. So again, hopefully you guys will get a little bit from that. So again, Noelle's doing a great job so far. Like, she's overhearing things. So again, I've only cherry-picked her list so far. So we'll kind of see how that goes. Now, the device I gave over to Gabe is normally part of our end grand finale. That's part of the Estes method. You guys might be familiar with that since you all watch the TV shows, the blindfold test with the spirit box. You guys know what I'm talking about? So I normally take it to another level, and I normally hand somebody a virtual reality headset and put this crazy device in there that creates images out of EMF, like Landon's device. So the images so far that you have, the actual pictures. So yeah, let me take a quick look at those. We're going to kind of show everybody. So this one is obviously the first one that popped up for us. So what's weird about this is last night we had the word bean show up, and I've had the phrase baked beans for breakfast show up here in the past. We were talking about an English woman. So again, this looks like somebody from the 1700s to me. It's a vague stretch because there's nothing specific about Indigo or Eliza specifically, but you're getting the point. I didn't get to see all these images. This is indoor plumbing. This is not going to be a thing in the 1700s. Okay, so this one is a big scratch as well. Big giant greenhouse. The house was not green to my knowledge, nor was it in this type of shape. So again, I don't know which house this is. Most of these, this is normally about 50%, like 45% accurate.
That's Gabe's.
So I don't know who this Annabelle doll is or who brought her, but you guys get the point. So again, another one of those. I did see some shadow figures on here, and they think they may have caught something on the SLS camera at the same time that this picture actually appeared.
It did.
Green apples, that's actually relevant, and you're going to see why here in a minute. So that one's pretty specific. Did you get a chance to see the ship with the word cargo?
I did, but the words did not line up.
But we're still at the same location. Not things are always going to be like ship then cargo. It might be cargo, 5 minutes later, we can generate a ship.
Gotcha.
It says, like, it has something like David or something. They all start with D.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dave.
Like, go over there.
I see it. There's two of them. There's a third. So, let me just bring something up. I do this every night. The name David keeps showing up here, and it keeps showing up at another location we're going to be visiting later on. I have researched the hell out of David. I don't know who the hell this person is, and I keep hearing it on spirit boxes. It shows up on the word list. We've even had Dave being spelled out for us. I have no idea who this David is.
Dave must need some help.
Apparently. I mean, this guy, I'm literally, his name is all over this picture.
He must be a
Like,
different
it's
ghost.
all over it.
Gabe came to ask if Dave was showing up on my list.
That's crazy.
But he's not talking to me.
Wow.
There must be another ghost here that we don't know about.
Unless somebody's following me around. Because again,
Might be.
it might be. And so, who knows?
12.1!
I don't know.
Well, I just asked a question, and what do you know? Something popped up. So who's David?
12.1!
And that one's not clear.
He gets
It's
12.
showing into a face.
I see that. That was just alien-like.
Let me see. 12.1.
Whoa, that's...
Oh, that's interesting.
It's actually looking like a bird more and more.
Wait, it kind of looks like a...
The temperature hasn't really
Wait, you know what that looks like? You know those images of like
You got the
faces
temperature.
and everything?
So temperature showed up, but it doesn't give me an image.
Oh God.
David.
Is it in the door?
Like, I asked about David, and then that just immediately popped up.
This
All right.
is weird.
What do you got?
You think that's weird? Look at this.
Well, that's his job, and he can't figure out who
Flowers.
it is.
I like
What?
flowers.
But now when you got my curiosity, I'm gonna go
Anything
home and try to
religious,
figure
you're in the
it out.
Holy City. You're gonna get a lot of it. So
Yeah.
there's no need to write any of it down.
I don't know.
Fern
Yeah,
is good.
Dave.
There was a
And
face
flowers,
that-
obviously. I like that.
Yeah,
Those-
he's
those
dope.
two
I was about to
things.
say, I think indigo's a type of flower.
Yeah.
David, are you following him around on purpose?
Well, we're gonna stop the questioning. My turn. Let's talk about Landon's readings. He got all the way up to a 12.1. Is that the last
Yes.
one? Perfect. So he had a couple of other readings all the way up to that. You guys all watch the TV shows, right? So here's how I normally measure things out. Your TV set measures about 40 to 60 milligauss. By the way, if you have a camera, hit that stop button. Kind of relax a little bit. There you go.
Oh my God.
I feel like if my thing broke first, I feel like I'm gonna be the one that's gonna be the main target.
Well, now I'm kind of ticked because the spirit box is kind of like and you should. So if you hear even a song lyric, don't tell me that you heard Led Zeppelin. I want to know if you heard all this music.
Oh, that scared the shit out of me.
Yeah. What's up with the next
What do you have?
Huh?
What do you have?
I get pictures. So basically, I asked what the house looked like. They showed me a clear picture of the house. What happened to you, Elijah? Whatever.
You mean
How was
Eliza?
Eliza. What did the plants look like? They showed me a picture of the bathroom, her face. Even though they didn't have plumbing back then. They also showed me a picture of the house.
Silly.
So silly. Did you see anything on there? You gotta be paying attention.
I am paying attention. There's nothing there. Dead serious.
Why are you talking about Jessica? Who's Jessica?
There's more screeching. In trouble without me. Loyalty. Young love. If you knew. I'm selfish. I'm lost. Don't make a sound. Leave you.
I like all the things you had that look like they were relevant to the marriage. He's older, loyalty, young love. Those are the things that I wrote down. So it kind of gives you an idea where you don't need to literally write down everything.
Yeah, I'm just taking.
Right, and I get it. And I'll cherry pick with that every single time, just so you know.
We're quick typing too.
I've seen that. You got a lot going on there.
Type.
Let me show you why. So, this is why you see it. Let's move over this way a little bit. Come over here.
Huh? Don't know how to use this thing.
So I'm trying to show her how this works, but your camera does a perfect job. So I want you to point your camera like down this area. So do you see all the dots that are kind of flailing up? Whoa.
That's creepy.
It is.
That is.
Even better yet. So Kenzie, point your camera at the ground. Point it directly at the ground. Now you do the same thing. Point your camera at the ground. You see those dots? Like move your camera. Why is it not showing?
Oh, because it's dark down there.
Yeah, but it still should be able to see the dots that it's spraying out. It's good. Like it's spraying the dots out. It's just a matter of like. But normally, what's happening is like those dots are going out, and wherever they fall, if there's ones that are shorter than the other ones, that's where the stick man goes. So if you like point that at the tree, you're gonna have stick man in the camera because all the leaves are gonna be in front of another leaf. So you're gonna see like people in the tree as well, but they're not really people. It's just the leaves.
I got 3.6. I mean.
3.6.
Yeah, I got.
So
I got a bunch of different leaves, but they all go like. Oh, scary. Scary. Oh. Bro, why did that picture look like Annabelle?
I know, right? Hey, point it out. Look, oh, purple. It's all purple.
Purple?
Look, move it around a little bit more. Oh, look. No way. Look, that just happened.
Wait, oh, silly.
Purple popped up on her thing.
it's always gonna look like it's moving because it's generating.
It's interesting.
Interesting.
Look this way a little bit. Look, hold it up and look.
Wait, look, I also have the orb thingy.
Wait, you see an orb?
No. I mean, depends on what that is.
What?
That little sparkling thing on the ground right there.
No, that's just a rock.
Oh, silly.
I don't get anything yet.
Isn't that just silly? Where's my... Oh, pain the agony. Into a pose, I'll be slowly walking in a good soaking. What happened? What happened?
Stick figure raised his hand.
Oh, silly.
Oh, so silly.
What? 4.2 of reading over by where Mackenzie's all waving hand figure thing. That's silly. I've said silly way too many times tonight. I need to stop with the British accent. Oh my god.
They're starting to get really weird. Like, look.
Guys, look, Gapples. Technoblade. So
Gapples!
silly.
Guys,
So silly.
guys, they're starting to get weird.
I don't know where you were lost when you give
Wait,
me
wait,
any
did-
favor. I think I'm cut.
Wait, did you see purple? Anything purple or blue?
I
Anything
feel like it
blue?
was somewhere past them.
I have the
I think
Area
it's what the
here.
dictionary doesn't know how to spell it. It's already pre-programmed in it.
They're really weird.
Just like just
Yay.
very quick on her. So, where are you? You're in a parking lot. Congratulations, you made it. I know, big deal. Told you I'd take you guys to weird spots that the other ghost stores don't go to. There's nothing for them to see here. However, it allows my groups of 10 to 12, when I do go that high, to be able to spread out. Luckily for us, it's a Wednesday, which means there's only 2 cars in here, and they're probably going to be leaving here shortly. But what is this place? This used to be the Eliza and Charles Pinckney Mansion. Their mansion actually sat in the front of this space, facing East Bay Street. Eliza's garden was lined up with 5 Church Restaurant, came all the way across. We are standing in the servant slave quarters for the home. That's the layout of the land. By the way, communication devices, this is where I start withholding information on purpose. I will not be giving you questions here like what color was George Washington's white horse, like what we did over there with the big red barn. Just kind of keep that in mind. You will be getting the answers from your spirit boxes. So, who the heck were Eliza and Charles? They had a son named Charles. They had a nephew named Charles. That's 3 Chucks, in case nobody was paying attention. That's why we look for secondary clues. I need to know which one is here, so in the event that Kimberlee hears the name Charles, hopefully you get to tell me which one it is, with something specific about that specific Charles. You guys are hopefully seeing the points on that. Now, the son and the nephew, signers of the Constitution for South Carolina. Big deal for us. I hate politics more than all of you combined. We're going to move on. If I don't give the gentlemen their recognition, they will do it for me in a nasty manner through a spirit box. Dozens and dozens of times I've actually heard things like that. Like, hey, where's this? Where's that? Like things that come through that's not radio chatter. So, actual disembodied voices. Moving on. We're going to talk about Eliza instead. Much better story, much better history. Eliza marries Charles at a young age according to today's standards. If you're going to ask her how old she was when she got married, do not expect numbers from colonial days of when young ladies got married like 12 and 14. Think of today's standards, because her husband was over double her age when they married. It was creepy then, it's creepy now. I'm just going to put that out there. And that's just my opinion. So if you guys know somebody with the age gap, once I reveal what that is, my apologies. It's my opinion. I'm allowed to have it. I've had couples in front of me with the 23-year age gap right in front of me. They're like,
Ooh.
you know, you gotta keep that in mind. Anyway, moving on. She married him because her father was over in England. Dad thinks he's dying over there and wants to see his kids one last time. Eliza didn't believe he was dying, so she stayed put right here and got married. It's 1744. You don't get married in that year to earn a green card because we're not a country. It's no such thing. She did marry this guy out of love. So this is a true love story, everybody. There's nothing horrific about this story whatsoever. It's a place of respect, if nothing else. Moving on, she was correct. Dad did not die right away. And instead, he starts sending her gifts from England to where you're standing. One of those gifts happens to be the plant seeds of indigo. That's a plant that makes your blue jeans blue. That's what we use it for. When Eliza got those seeds, though, she didn't know what to do with them. It's not always this kind of temperature here. I know you might think so, but it's not. We do get some cold weather. She had to learn from the servants and slaves how to keep it going, and then learn how to make the dye, moved it to a cash crop, and got a hold of Dad and told him that the rice plantations were going downhill. They were going to make a killing with the indigo. And we now have an international businesswoman during colonial times. Something absolutely unheard of. So that's the boring business stuff of Eliza. Let's get into the weird shit, because that's why you guys all showed up to come see me. So here's what's going to happen. With each communication device, except for Gabe, because his is busted, I'm going to give you guys, I know, I'm going to keep giving him a hard time. You guys all right with that, right? I figured as much. Perfect.
The harder the better.
Good. I can push it right back
The one
to
that did it.
I figured he could take it.
Very.
He's got thick skin. I like it. So I'm going to give focus questions to every communication device that's here. Those focus questions could be said out loud, or you can just focus on them. That's why they're called focus questions. Also remember, I'm here 5 to 7 nights a week, depending on the weather. Eliza knows what the hell you guys are going to be asking. We also have 3 cameras running in all the communication devices, plus my voice recorder. Kimberlee's asking a question, that answer can go anywhere. That's why you're going to tell me all the silly things that are coming out of your spirit boxes and what words you're getting, no matter if they're, you know, just give me 3 letters or more on the words. No 2 as if, like 2-letter words. I don't need that crap. So, sorry, I talk very fast, guys. I want to get you guys to work. So, Noelle, we're going to start off with yours. You're going to be focused on Eliza's death. So 4 major questions about that we get answers to. Age, how old she was when she died, what she died from, where she's buried, and which president was a pallbearer at her funeral. So yeah, 4 very specific questions. By the way, if anybody goes rogue with your questions, be respectful. No yes, no questions. Don't ask about the children. I'll explain before we leave the space. You're going to be looking for Eliza's full initials, ELP. I'm not going to tell you what the L stands for because that's what Sylvia's going to be looking for with her device. So any other words that show up that are 3 letters or more, and the letters ELP in order, no anagram, no like PLE or EPL, like ELP. Eliza Pinckney with an L in the middle is the easiest way to remember it. Your device only gives us 1 to 2 syllables at a time. You're going to be focused on the mansion, what happened to it. If you get the what, we often get 2 or 3 numbers from the exact date of what happened to the mansion, like the very, very specific numbers. So kind of keep that in mind. Keep in mind, if you do hear anything else, remember it's 75% accurate on your end, so it might be relevant that you don't know. I mean, if you hear the word Kia, I want to know that you heard the word Kia. You don't know that we're not next to somebody who actually invented a part for a Kia. That's kind of the whole relation behind it. Yours is kind of a catch-all. That's the beauty of it. We're going to be looking for the maiden name, of course, so you can ask directly or focus like what the maiden name was. The reason why I'm giving you guys this maiden name piece is because there's 2 wives named Eliza, back-to-back. First wife died in January. 5 months later, he married the one I just told you about with the indigo. So kind of a jerk move if you really think about it. They both have a maiden name that starts with the letter L. Figure out which Eliza. That's the great part about this.
My stepdad married my mother, he's Pat, and then married another Pat, so he ended up with Pat C for both wives.
Wow.
So, no difference.
No different, unless the maiden name actually has the same initial. Like, do their maiden names have the same? Okay. Sorry, I have to sneeze, but you guys are all going to spread out, and I'm going to keep Gabe, and I'll catch up with Noelle because she's doing really well over there, so I'm going to let her type away. But yeah, spread out, stay away from the 2 vehicles. If anybody's going your way, like heading through the lot, just point your cameras in a different direction. So do we have anything going? Oh, we're going to turn your sensitivity. I just cranked up your sensitivity because there is no electricity in here. You should not be getting anything. Landon, did you get any numbers since we've been here?
I got a K. Okay, I want to ask real quick, where does this thing read? Because I've been getting random spikes.
What do you mean, where does it read?
Like the...
Like, do you have any electronics near it?
It's from the top antenna.
No, the antenna does something else.
And I'm keeping it like right here.
Yeah, you should be fine.
Because I've been getting like random spikes. It went all the way up to like 8.
Okay, I can go ahead and turn this on.
Yeah, unmute it. Let's get you working. So yeah, 8 is your new baseline. Don't give me anything below 8. But let's say you get a 10 next. Don't give me anything below 10.
So like it reads. So like the reading comes from up here. Okay, because I thought I was like. What's up, my homie?